Hi guys, I'd love to introduce you to Melissa from Keith and Melissa Photographers, one of our favorite photographers here at Warehouse 215. So this is, like I said, just a little bit so they can get to know you.
Okay.
So how long have you guys been doing this?
Keith has had this business for probably close to 25 years.
Okay.
We've been together around 20 years,
Okay.
but I joined on after I was CFO in Manhattan of a business, and we met, and after I went on a maternity leave with my first child, I just didn't want to go back to the rat race of New York
Right.
City, 12-hour-a-day life. So I signed up on the photography side of things, which of course is 12-hour days every weekend as well, but all good.
It's different though.
It's so different.
And it's very personal and like
it is.
it's
It's such a connection.
more family friendly,
Absolutely.
so to speak.
Absolutely.
And then how long have you guys been in Arizona?
Actually 16 years.
I was gonna say, because you
It's
two
been
have
a
been
while.
working together the whole time I've been doing
Mhm.
this.
Exactly. So it's shocking that much time
Yeah.
can go by. How long have you been here?
I've been here 10 years now.
Wow. Okay. Because I feel like I've known you from the very beginning.
When I was a
so-
baby, when I first got here.
Yes.
So tell me kind of like, what is your passion? Because I know that like your work is very different to me than other photographers in a fantastic way. Like it's almost a little bit journalistic, I would
Mhm.
say. Like you really capture, it's not as much stage, it's really
Right.
capturing those like surprise moments, so to
Exactly.
speak.
Like an in-between moment.
Yes.
Mhm.
Like when mom's laughing or like,
somebody's reading a
Yes.
letter or something.
so
emotional.
tell me kind of how you guys developed that method.
I think we'll just start with Keith's passion is street photography.
Oh, okay.
So when you are, just looking around and watching what's happening in front of you, you start seeing these interactions that if you stage something, you would never see.
Right.
So I think our passion, obviously, we love, and seeing these important family moments, really obviously speaks to us. And then combining that with a photojournalistic style, based on just really it's the way you see. So if something's happening around us, like we're always looking, like our heads on a swivel, and we're looking for those interactions that are happening between family members or a bride and groom or a couple, a mother and her child. And I guess, we understand that weddings are full of components that are
Right.
staged, as well as there's plenty of opportunity for these candid moments. And I think, for me at least, looking back at my wedding photos, I'm really drawn to the photo of like my sister crying or my cousin hugging me after I walk down the aisle.
Capturing the emotion of that moment.
Exactly, and just it brings me right back to that. I can still hear her, and even saying to my sister, like, and she kept saying, I'm so happy for you. But it was just this, she was so happy that she kept crying. And I think some other photographers may have stayed away from those moments of capturing her in tears because, but for us, it's part of the story. And I think
Right.
that there's a beginning, middle, and end to a wedding story. And it's not
just a timeline.
Exactly. And I think some people like that, the more structured approach.
I think that's incredibly important because, like I said, like you can plan for everything on a wedding day,
Exactly.
but you can't plan for everything on a wedding day.
Exactly.
And like you said, it's those little moments. Like yes, I always say do the portraits because when are you ever
Oh
gonna
my
have your whole
goodness.
family together?
Absolutely.
Everybody's hair is done nicely, everybody's done well, but
Exactly.
like those little intimate, like as they're getting ready to take this portrait, all these things
Mhm.
like. And the thing that I think is incredibly important about you guys, so you guys have been here quite a bit over the years with me, but I almost can't tell that you were here.
Yes, and that's, we hear that a lot.
Right, which is important. Like, you don't want to hear that the photographer was in that moment as well. It's capturing that moment without disrupting the moment.
You've nailed it, exactly.
And so that's been, like I said, like we've had you guys forever, and it almost like took me a second to realize that because you guys are so good at what you do and photographing it and capturing everything without, like I said, like disrupting what's happening. And I've seen that. I've seen the disruption.
Yes. And we-
Like years ago, I had a photographer literally as they're walking back down the aisle yells at the couple to stop, smile, and kiss,
Oh my goodness.
and so it completely disrupted the thing. It's
Exactly.
about planning ahead, and
Mhm.
like I said, like every set of photos I've ever gotten from you guys, I am over the moon because
Oh.
I'm like, oh, we can use these for everything. Like this is amazing. But yeah, you guys are just Absolutely fantastic.
Thank you. And again, the space obviously lends itself to very beautiful photos. So, you know, for us, like the high ceilings and the different vignettes and textures, you know, speak to us from a photographer's standpoint.
It gives you something to work with.
Exactly. So
And
we love it.
So tell me, like, what is like a story of a fun event or something different that you guys did that just really struck you?
Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, let me think about that. Here, like thinking of the twins mitzvah from Auburn.
The epic
I know.
mitzvah.
Actually, right around the anniversary of that too, the 2-year anniversary. I thought that was pretty incredible because not only did they kind of turn tradition on its side, like by saying, hey, we're going to do this our way, you know, but we're not going to compromise any of the religious components, and we're going to, you know, not have the service in a temple. They're going to have it on your beautiful, patio is probably not the right word, but outside, right outside. And it was just incredible with the lights and just, and of course, it ending right around dusk. And it was just beautiful to photograph. It was emotional to watch. And I felt the way it was set up. I mean, everyone's eyes were right on the girls and their families and the beautiful, you know, speeches. So I thought that was great. And then nobody realized during all of that those doors, you know, the access door was going to open and people were going to be taken into this whole, like, carnival atmosphere, you know, with rides and, you know, the picnic tables and catering. And I think that really when you think about venues that can do something like that, this is, in my opinion, one of the few, if there's another, I'm not sure, but that can set up something like that. And then that was only the second part of it, because then we came inside and then people were shocked when they walked in.
Completely different world.
Oh my goodness, the lighting and the dance floor and the DJ, it was just, I thought, like, for 3 different setups and one afternoon to evening, and how much impact that had for the guests. So it was pretty incredible.
I think that was really one of those events that really, like, the right vendors were hired for it, because the family had such a clear vision of what they wanted and wanted to focus it on the girls, because it is about the girls. But the girls had very different personalities.
Yes.
And how to have everybody work well together. And it was a busy, crazy event, but it was smooth sailing because the team that was there knew what they were doing. Like, you guys did your part, captured everything. You did, like, there's just the most beautiful moments of that family.
And you're right, they were able to listen to both their kids and not say, okay, no, it has to be this way.
Right.
So the carnival theme was based on one girl's ideas, and then when you came inside and between the Dutch Bros and everything else, I mean, they just hit every single thing that you know, their daughters had probably mentioned. And then you were all able to execute it. Like you said, the team, the space, everything just came together so perfectly.
It's just like, I think it's so funny that people will every now and then get one good vendor of this and then cut corners on other things, where it's really about building that team for the day and having an amazing photographer. It's a very important part of that, to capture it all and just give you this amazing memory to keep, because it's the only thing you get to keep.
That's true, and some people, I think, forget that.
Yeah, they do, and it's just the most interesting. I always tell folks, I'm like, the photographers that we have on our list, like, are hand-picked, not just because I love them, but also they have been brought here naturally without our influence, which tells me it's the whole venue's vibe and the type of clients we're pulling in draws it together, and that's why these are the people you should pick from.
That's very true.
But thank you so much for coming down today and telling us a little bit about you.
Thank you.
You guys have a great day.
Thank you.